Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I wanted to talk about how I finally finished repairing my car and how I did it and what I used to do it. So, as you guys saw in the last video, I replaced the clock spring in my car, and you saw that the wind is horrible. It turned back into a blizzard here. 26 days before racing, by the way, so hopefully that goes away real fast. But replaced the clock spring, and I still had the airbag light, service rear axle, and StabiliTrak light was on. So I knew something was up, and when I put it into reverse after a little drive we went on, I figured out that the steering angle sensor needed to be recalibrated. So now let's bring you up to speed here. I bought an Autel scanner from Amazon. When I paid for it, it was $378. When I was just telling my coworker about it, it was back to like $450. So I got it right before the price went back up. Cool thing about this, I did a lot of research. There's 26 different modules you can actually touch in that, which, you know, like radio, steering angle sensor, tire size is a big one, a bunch of other things. Anything you could really think of, you could either at least diagnose, clear the codes, or whatever out of the car. So out of the other scanner I had that literally only did the check engine light stuff, now I could actually tell my family which TPMS sensors out of their car, or a ton of other things I wasn't able to do before. And me knowing that I'm probably going to be doing this for a long time, $400 is a great investment. I don't care, especially with something like that, because it really, overall, me doing the clock spring, I got it from eBay. It was like $32 after tax, and that, so I'm in it for $450 after tax, less than. And I was able to repair this car with something as major as that, even though I screwed it up myself. So one little tip, if you guys do buy the eBay clock springs after listening to my video, after a short little 25-mile trip I took the one nice day before it turned back into a blizzard, these were the clips off of the original, or not the original, the eBay clock spring. And I had to cut them out because after I cleared all the codes, the airbag light came back on, and I'm like, okay, well, there's something else going on there. So I pulled it back out, and when I pulled it back out, the purple wire was actually pulled out of the back of the airbag, which would then lead to the airbag light to be on. So I'm like, you know what, screw it. The other one's clipped into the back of the airbag a lot better than these do, so I just decided to do that and fixed it right up. Obviously, again, didn't go for a drive. But other than that, everything's fixed. I fixed the part in the line lock wiring that was all cut up and screwed up. So again, I guess fixing my mistake for only $450 instead of doing it right for zero bit me in the butt again. But I'd like to be proud and say that I did it all myself, and I was actually able to accomplish that with buying that scanner, which will help me now and help me a ton in the future too. I'm actually going to get started with wiring up the line lock because I don't really care to go back outside yet. So I'm going to set you guys up and we'll get to the time lapse. So I'm going to take a second here. I just had a realization that I'm going to run the wire down through here, which, as you can see, flip the camera so I can see, there is a clear path all the way down there where it's not going to interfere with anything, so I won't have this stupid issue again. But it would just be better than getting it caught down here like I had it before. So back to the time lapse. Alrighty guys, so now that's what the wiring conjunction looks like. I'm going to stick it back up in here as you guys see right now, and then I'll get to dealing with the Subaru. Alright guys, so I got the wire tucked back out of the way. I'm just going to play with the pedals for a minute to check the functionality of this, and then we'll head on to actually looking at the scanner. The way I routed it looks good. It's not going to get in the way of my feet, so gotta love when a wiring job goes correctly. I'm also not going to be worried to test it right now. Again, obviously it's a blizzard out, but I'm pretty confident that there's not going to be any issues because all I did was cut the wires and then butt connector them back together in a different spot after I fixed everything else. So it'll obviously be something I test in the next 26 days before my first track day, but as of right now it's not a priority. So let's get into playing with the scanner on the Subaru. Alrighty guys, so we are in my Subaru right now. I decided to hook it up to this instead of the Camaro because I brought the Subaru keys out. On the Camaro, there's actually a way that you could change the tire size, and I really wanted to try and do it on here, but some of the functions, they call it hot functions. One of those is not change tire size on this, which, whatever. It's a little weird to have my mile an hour off, but as long as I know what it is, and I do have a backup GPS speedometer from the radar detector. But basically, here's what the pages look like on that Autel scanner. I have to angle it so the glare doesn't get to it, but yeah, there's a ton of different ones. Steering angle sensors, what I had to do on the Camaro. TPMS is somewhere, and then there's like EGR, electronic water pump start, and then like different AC stuff. You can bleed the brakes. So yeah, this is a lot different than just a check engine light scanner, which is really nice. Yeah, there's so much other stuff you can do with this. I was playing with it last night in the Camaro too. So really, for the price of what I paid for this, it's going to save me a ton of time. So I'm really happy about that. The Camaro had a lot more options, obviously. I think the Subarus, you can't even like put a downpipe on it or anything because they don't allow you to adjust the O2 sensor's sensibility at all, which is kind of crazy to me. But yeah, so they allow you to do some stuff, but not exactly everything. But for the amount of times that this is going to come in handy with me, especially playing with the Camaro and stuff like that, I think it's definitely gonna definitely pay for itself. And all the other vehicles I get throughout the years, I think it's gonna definitely be something that's going to be well worthwhile. But yeah, I really wanted to put those interior lights on my Camaro. I think I may have said it before. I actually have to look into this to see if I could reset the radio function with this versus taking it to a dealer, because the dealer said, no, we're not touching it because we didn't do the work, which I get that, but at the same time, you just forced my hand to make me figure it out myself, which I guess is one thing I like about me is I don't take no for an answer. You tell me no, and I'll just figure it out myself. Yeah, that's got me to spend a lot more money, but it also has taught me a ton of knowledge. So I'll take that trade-off. But yeah, I think that'll be it for this video, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and hopefully I can, this weather blows over really fast. As you see, I'm basically snowed in right now. Hopefully this weather blows over really fast so we can get the car back on the road and make some good content. But until then, guys, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.